With such excessive heat, many of us are probably thinking about taking a swim. But some Texans are noticing water levels, specifically on the San Marcos River, are lower than normal. In fact, one expert tells us the San Marcos River's level is less than half of what the average typically is. But as KVUE's Isabella Basco tells us, there are things we can do to better preserve our waterways.
'Tis the season for tubing, splashing, and soaking in the hot Texas sun. But there's something noticeably different about the water this year compared to the past at the San Marcos River.
I've noticed it's kind of lower than maybe previous years, a little bit. I know we were out there on the falls at the end, and it felt like maybe it's a little rockier than usual.
He's right. And experts say the water levels are less than half of what the average typically is.
It's a lot shallower, which affects not only people, but the endangered species in the river, like the Texas wild rice, the salamanders, the fountain darters.
Virginia Parker, the executive director for the San Marcos River Foundation, says the lower levels are making the water more wadable, where people are walking rather than swimming in the river.
You wouldn't think that would be an issue except for the aquatic vegetation in the river. When you step on it, it actually can damage the root.
While Parker wants people by the river, she still wants to keep preservation top of mind. She asks, be careful and avoid stepping on any aquatic vegetation that could kill an endangered species. Also be aware of any habits that could hurt endangered species like fountain darters, small fish that only live in certain Texas rivers.
The other thing we see a lot of is obviously trash. So we'd ask people to, take out more than they bring in. But also people like to move the rocks around, and that's especially impactful to the fountain darters. And so we would ask that people leave the rocks where they are.
While Parker says we're at a normal level for rainfall this year, we're still catching up from the past couple of years. So we need more rain to get the water up to what is considered a normal level.
We have such a beautiful thing with the San Marcos River, and really rivers in the hill country in general. And so in order to care for them, we can't love them to death, right? Like, we've got to treat them with respect.
Doing our part to make Mother Nature happy. In San Marcos, Isabella Basco for KVUE News.